You create conditions, means you allow yourself not to be over busy with the sense objects. That is where sense restraint comes from. It's not like you keep your eyes closed all the time, or you don't see anything, you don't hear anything, you don't smell anything, because that is not how it is possible to do. Then all the blind people would be enlightened. If people can't see and their greed, hatred, ignorance goes away, then the blind people would be enlightened people. But that's not the case. Blind people still have the same amount of craving and ignorance as people who can see. So that's the thing. So Sangvara means allowing our mind, guiding our mind in a way that it is not over busy or not overburdened with sense objects or sensory phenomena to start with. Because mind is generally very busy with sense objects, sensory phenomena, and in the process of it liking, disliking. So Sangvara, right effort, means you know the sense objects are like these, and if I do not allow if I do not have some amount of restraint, some amount of energy, effort, not to indulge in this, then I will indulge in this endlessly. Like nowadays they say, no, in the social media they say doom scrolling. There's now new word called doom scrolling. Like people keep on scrolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what it is. Restraining means knowing, this is where my mind gets stuck. And when it gets stuck, what happens? Then it keeps on doing the same thing. There is no restraint, there is no coming out of it. So, anupadaya. So, you train your mind, you keep your mind in such a way on a day-to-day basis that even if you are encountering sensory world, you have to encounter. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, it is all there and you will encounter. It is not possible not to encounter, not to see, not to hear. But then you channelize your mental effort in such a way that you don't grasp so much at it. You don't become over busy with it. You don't become overburdened with it. You don't think too much. That vitakka, vichara, continuously thinking, continuously pondering, continuously directing our mental energy towards this, then automatically you will be caught. So Sangvara is right here, allowing our mental effort not to be tied up or burdened by things. Primarily those things which gives rise to our unwholesome tendencies, lobha, dosa, greed, hatred, like this. So this is called Sangvara. This is called Sangvara. Then comes Pahana, abandoning. So first you create the ground. You see, the way Lord Buddha has taught the Dhamma, it is so precise and beautiful that he doesn't just jump to something. He creates the basis for things. He knows which will help in developing what quality. So it is, everything is very precise. He doesn't talk about, first he talks about restraint in a wise way. Wise restraint, you can say. Restraint can be many types, but this is what the kind of restraint just we are talking is a restraint based on wisdom. That if I allow my mind to be busy with the objects that I like and dislike all the way, all the time, then what happens? Then automatically I will be caught in the net of ignorance and craving. So this is wise restraint, not just some kind of blind restraint. And now, say if a dog or a cat comes in front of your house and you throw 1 or 2 stones and one stone hits that cat or dog, next time it will not come probably, or next to next time it will not come. Why? Because that cat or dog knows um, that okay, if I go there, they will beat me. Simple. But then is there, it is, you are not, that cat or dog doesn't have wisdom to understand this is how things are. This is the samsara which produces suffering. This wisdom it doesn't have. But when we are talking about restraint, we are talking about wise restraint. We are acknowledging if I allow my mind to be busy with the objects of the world, either physical objects or mental objects, and then if I keep it burdened with it, then automatically eventually I can get caught in the net of ignorance and craving. Then it becomes big suffering, becomes difficult to come out. It takes a lot of time. So right effort starts here. Then comes pahana, abandoning. Now, in spite of all those things that you have done, like in the first one we discussed, eventually, because when you are like for most of the people generally, eventually when things, unless somebody has progressed to a very high level of meditation and like his sati and samadhi and panya has progressed to a very high level, or like to attend to the various jhanas or various deep insights, for majority of the people it is not like this. They are either starting or have made few small taken a few small steps. Huh? So now, from our general day to day perspective, we have to think pahana. So Lord Buddha knew this will be like this. So what second point he says? Whatever unwholesome tendencies that have arisen in spite of you taking care. You have taken care, you have been careful in your effort in with regard to restraining and not to allow it to arise. In spite of all that, some of them will come. Some of these, that sometimes when your mindfulness is not powerful enough, your sati, your samadhi is not powerful enough, it will come. It will come. Then, at that time, earlier, what was the first right effort? Creating conditions, using our mental energy not to let these things come too much or not come at all. But then some of them will slowly uh, come inside. Maybe small number, but still. Then what to do with them? Pahana. So to abandon, abandoning. When it has come, when these tendencies have already come, they have taken some root, like day before yesterday, we did night long chanting. And then there was Mahasatipatthana Sutta, we were chanting, and some of you attended and maybe heard that etassa tanha nivisamana nivissati, etassa tanha upajjamana upajjati. This is where the craving arises, this is where the craving takes root. So, earlier you were doing things so that it does not have its roots in the mind, but eventually some of them will have their roots in the mind. Come in, establish. Come in and establish. It's like you fortify your house, you put CCTV, you put security, but somehow a thief comes inside. Somehow a thief comes inside. Then what do you do? Then you catch the thief. You call those security, you call everybody, you catch the thief, you make sure it doesn't do too much harm, it doesn't damage the property or doesn't kill or injure other people, and you just catch him and send him, give it to the police. You send him out of the house. So this is pahana, abandoning, sending them out. So then that also requires some amount of mental effort. Pahana. So you have to abandon, let them go, send them out in a wise way. In a wise way, not just send them out. You have to do it in a way. For example, now that if anger comes or greed comes to people, when it comes, and we recognize, oh, now that I am angry. What happens to people when they are very angry? Either they justify their anger. I am justified in getting angry. I have reason to be angry, so they justify. Or they are affected by their anger. Oh, I should not have got angry. It is so bad. So they are caught in this net. They are caught in this way of thinking, wrong, unwise way of thinking. This is anger, a mental phenomena which causes dukkha to arise. That's all. Unless you practice the Eightfold Path with wisdom, that's why Lord Buddha said Sammaditthi comes first. He says very clearly, wisdom comes first. Some basic amount of wisdom is necessary to practice all these all these Eightfold Path. So you have to apply wisdom. Unless you do it, just doing it is not enough. Doing it wisely. Connect. How do you do it wisely? Any of the Eightfold Path factors. How do you do wisely? You connect it to something. What do you connect? You connect to these Four Noble Truths. Dukkhe jnanam, dukkha samudaya jnanam, dukkha nirodha jnanam, dukkha nirodha patipadaya gami jnanam. So somehow everything you have to connect to them. So when you have unwholesome tendency arising, already it has taken some root in the mind, then this is dukkha and dukkha samudaya. And then when you wisely recognize and then let go, then this is dukkha nirodha. Then and there. So this is the second right effort, pahana, abandoning. Abandoning again in a wise way. You recognize that defilements are bad. Defilements are not something that you should entertain, or defilements are not something when it comes to your mind you should be depressed. Defilements will come. Our job is to patiently and wisely let them go, not to get involved in them, not to either like them and entertain them, or not to get sad or depressed that why they have come. So here also a middle path is required. Majjhima, in between there are several small majjhima. It's not just one big majjhima. That's why majjhima also means everywhere there is majjhima. In small things also and in big things also. And all the big majjhima comes from the small middle practices. They all constitute one big majjhima patipada. So it's like these what do you call uh, the DNA of a person, DNA of human being or any very lot of structure is there, a lot of many things, proteins and this and that, and then a complicated structure is there. No, so our majjhima is small things constituting one big thing. So sangbara, then pahana, abandoning, acknowledging the true nature of defilements and letting it go, not to entertain or not to get sad or depressed. Then comes bhavana, developing. So whatever, so now this with these first two were with regard to what? These first two were with regard to the unwholesome tendencies. Akusalanang dhammanang, lova, dosa, moha, greed, hatred, ignorance. Now the third one, anupannanang, anupannanang kusalanang dhammanang uppadaya. Whatever right qualities, wholesome qualities, alova, adosa, amoha, non-greed, generosity, and metta karuna, and wisdom, whatever right qualities basically. What is not there, anupannanam, what is not there right now, you don't have it. Oh, this particular thing I am lacking. Maybe I don't have greed. Maybe I have less greed. Some people, you see, if some people have less greed, they are not very greedy or selfish. They can share, or they can be generous at times, or they don't mind being, they are not stingy, but they also sometimes can be angry people. Or some people are having metta, but they are little greedy or stingy. Can be possible. All kinds of combinations can exist in this world. eh. Or some people do things but don't do it with so much of wisdom. Possible. There are different types of charita, no? Saddha charita, vitakka charita, moha charita, like this. So depending on their characteristic, their past tendencies, the sankharas, people are different. They are not same. As many number of people, as many different types of characteristics they have. So the thing is, bhavana, whatever quality is not developed, first of all, first of all to know, this I don't have. Maybe I'm good in this, but I'm not so good in this. Maybe I'm good in managing lova and dosa, maybe, but I'm not so good in managing the moha. Many times I think, but I think with a little bit of ignorance. Hmm? With ignorance, wrong understanding. Whatever it is, whatever the thing that is lacking in our mind, whatever wholesome qualities that are lacking in our mind, whether it is saddha, whether it is sati, whether it is hiri or tapa, whether it is alova, adosa, whatever it is, wisdom, whatever is lacking, whatever is not there, we acknowledge this one I am missing. But to understand this also, you have to meditate. You cannot just say, oh, I am missing, I am lacking in this or that. Suddenly you cannot understand. Nobody can understand for that matter, unless they meditate and see themselves with mindfulness, see their physical actions and verbal actions and mental actions for a long time. They would never know unless they mindfully observe themselves, their own actions. They will never know what have, what they don't have. So this also requires practice. So bhavana, first to acknowledge, then to develop. First to Anupannanam kusalanam dhammanam uppadaya. To develop those good qualities, you have a desire, may I develop. And then you put forth effort, mental effort, physical effort. Chittang paganhati, adahati. You direct the mind in that direction for the development of these wholesome qualities that you presently don't have. This is a very important point. Sometimes people think, oh, I went to Vihara. Ah, that is so nice. But is that enough? Is that enough? The question is, instead of thinking this is, oh, I did something good and okay, finish. Instead of that, you should think, is that enough? There was a lay person at the times of Lord Buddha, one rich householder. So he saw the monks. He did develop the faith. And then what did he do? So he went and asked some wise monks, oh, what can I do? Okay, you follow the 5 precepts. The first, yeah. And then, okay, then what can I do? Okay, you give dana to the Sangha. He was very happy following 5 precepts. Then he regularly gave dana. What else can I do? Okay, sometimes you follow 8 precepts. He did. He was again very happy and practicing meditation. Then again he went and asked, what else can I do? Okay, then you have already followed 5 precepts and 8 precepts and dana and all the things. Maybe it is good for you, you can become a monk. He became a monk. But then he had little, his mind was not so balanced. So then for some time he was a little disturbed. Then he went to Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha says, okay, you don't have to be so worried about this rule and that rule and so many things. What you can do is you can observe your mind. Make it a habit day in and day out. Don't let anything pass out of your mind, come in or go out without being aware. And you practice like this. Then he became an arahant later. So this householder was like this. So you see, he was always eager to know what else can I do. First he took the 5 precepts and followed it. He gave dana to some individual monks, but he was more eager, so he gave dana to the sangha regularly. He followed the 8 precepts. Then he became a monk, and eventually he even became an arahant also. The thing is, that is step by step thing. So always, what am I lacking? What can I do? What should I do? Always keeping a question, what better can I do than this? It's a good way of introspecting. Unless you do like this, there is no chance you will develop these qualities which you are lacking, because you don't even know. Oh, this much enough, this much okay. So the third right effort is just right that. Whatever you are lacking, you develop. You introspect, you find out, and you develop. And then, fourth, anurakhana, protecting. What is it? Uppannanang kusalanang dhammanang thitiya. Whatever you have developed, now you have developed good qualities. You already have some, and the remaining ones you have developed. But then after that, thitiya, to establish, to make them strong. Let them stay there. Don't let them wither away. Allow them to stay, allow them to get stronger. Asammosaya. Sammosaya is doubt, without doubt. You develop it into such a level, you develop your wholesome qualities to such a level that whatever doubts and confusions and things you had, or whatever obstructions were there in your mind, the obstructions are removed. Till that time you have to develop. Sammosaya bhiyo bhavaya bepulaya bhavanaya paripurya. Bepulaya bhavanaya. And you do it with a very powerful, sustained effort for a long time. Bepulaya bhavanaya paripurya. Not just little bit. You do it, do it, do it, do it. So that it becomes very strong and powerful. Paripurya. You take it to the highest level. Oh, previously I didn't have these qualities, now I have all these good qualities, but that is not enough. You take those qualities beyond, oh, this is good, this is not good, should I? Without doubt. Means you make it so strong. Who's without doubt? Sotapannas are without doubt. So you take it to that level when you are eligible to become a Sotapanna. Lord Buddha is saying, take it to that level. Don't stop less than that. So you put forth effort, mental effort, physical effort, so that it is paripurna, it is completed up to that level. Then you have no doubt left. Means you are now eligible to become a Sotapanna. You are eligible to cross over from Lokya to Lokuttara. Take it to that level. Chandang janeti bhayamati, to put forth effort. To develop this fourth, anurakhana, protection. Protecting and elevating it to that level of Magga and Phala. So these are the four right efforts. Sangvara, wise restraint, guiding and channelizing our mind. not to be overburdened with the objects of craving and aversion, pahana, whatever is taking root, being aware. Like you see, no, these people tree, no, sometimes in the rainy season, or like one bird will eat, and they will have fruit, and then they will drop a seed somewhere in the building, and one small this thing is enough for that people tree to grow. It is very strong, and as long as the root remains, if you just maybe a small plant, like a sapling, and then you take out the sapling, but the roots remain, again from there it will come. So take it out from the root, effort in such a way, pahana and bhavana, whatever is not there, you bring them and make them, get them established here, and anurakhana. And when they are established, it's like you get a piece of land. You want to build a nice house. So, first of all, you have to see land is suitable or not, soil testing, this, that. So, no, okay, then you lay down the foundation, lay down the foundation. Then you build the house. Then you start staying in the house. But just staying is not good enough. You should make sure your house is well managed, and then you should make sure your health is good while you are staying in the house. You should stay healthy and strong. So, you develop the wholesome qualities so that this becomes not just a house but a home. Home, home is what? Home is the nibbana. That is the real home. Everything else comes and goes. We come here, stay for some time, then we are dead. Go somewhere else, stay for some time, then we are dead. And then we don't even know that one will be good or not. If we do something good and wholesome, keep doing, then we have a chance. Otherwise, that may not even be good. Even if it is good, still we have suffering, aging and sickness and death and all sorrow or separation or loss or lamentation. Still we have suffering. So this is the nature of. So this is what not the real home. Just a place to spend some time. So these four right efforts are like building the ideal home, home of liberation, home of nibbana. So this much we offer for today, and may you all remember. And this is one of the path factors of the Noble Eightfold Path. So it is very, very important for all of us to practice and develop for attainment of Nibbana. May all of you share, and all beings share the merits. Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much, Bhanteji, for this wonderful Dhamma Desana about this effort, right effort. Um, the four words. Do you remember the four words? What are the four words? Four right efforts. Samvara, Pahana, Bhavana, Anurakhana. Please repeat one time. Samvara, Pahana, Bhavana, Anurakhana. Think about them. Huh? Contemplate. So practical and so useful and needed moment to moment samvara, moment to moment pahana, moment to moment bhavana, and anurakkhana. Pali words. Now Pali is a very, very important language because we have this whole Tripitaka in Pali language. So if you may not, if you can learn to speak, that is good. But that is if that much of uh, Pali is not known, at least the important words. Lord Buddha, why did he use? He was all knower Buddha. Why did he use this Pali language? Because the words are there. The, the contents of his mind he can convey through these words. So that is why this Pali words become more and more closer and make common common to your thinking and usage. Even at home, use some simple words with your children so that this is not some foreign language. So now Pali is made as a classical language, one of the classical languages of India, which should have been done from the beginning, but anyway, better late than never. Uh, so you also try to undertake in your own way how you can promote Pali language, how you can promote the protection of Pali language or practice of Pali language. Small, small. In a small, small way, it is not big thing. Uh, it is when it is classical language, it is the responsibility of uh, all of us and also the government to protect and promote it through different programs. So you also think and make formulate some programs and approach the government, and surely government will join with you uh, with the grants or with some facilities or from some recognitions or whatever. But it is good to conduct some activities with related to Pali. So, so here we come to the conclusion of the morning program. This week is very important week. We have on 17th Purnima day, that is the end of Varshavasa. 3 months Varshavasa for monks, no? So we are staying here in this vihara. So the, this Purnima brings the end of Varshavasa. It is also the ending of Lord Buddha's teachings on Abhidhamma. You remember Abhidhamma? That Abhidhamma is the one of the parts of Tripitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka. So Abhidhamma Pitaka was taught not just for 1 day, 1 hour like this. It was taught for 3 months because um, it is like one teaching. It is a very long teaching. It is like one sutta. So you just can't start little bit and tell, okay, tomorrow I will continue. Not like that. So Abhidhamma is taught in one stretch. It is one sutta. So since it needs 3 months, then human beings, we cannot sit. Somebody sitting in front of Buddha, how long they can sit? 3 hours, 5 hours, one whole night or one whole day. Not beyond that, no. So that is why Lord Buddha taught it to the Devas. Devas' time period is different. For them, 3 months is just like 1 hour. So Lord Buddha taught this Abhidhamma in Tavatimsa and specially directed to his mother, and innumerable devatas they joined, they listened to this Abhidhamma. So after the end of 3 months, Lord Buddha finished it. Sakko, the Sakko, the Devaraja Sakko had organized everything very nicely. Uh, and after finishing that, Lord Buddha comes back in Sankisa. Sankisa is in Uttar Pradesh. There he comes back, he descends there, accompanied by all kinds of devas, welcomed by all kinds of devas, human beings, and everybody. So one whole Varshavasa, Lord Buddha spends, the seventh one. After his enlightenment, seventh Varshavasa, Lord Buddha spent in this Tavatimsa Devaloka. So this ending is also on 17th. So Abhidhamma day also some people may observe it as Abhidhamma day, and the government of India under International Buddhist Confederation IBC every year they organize Abhidhamma conference on this full moon day. So on behalf of Maha Bodhi Society, our Panya Rakita Banteji and 10 monks are going and attending that Abhidhamma day. So here we also have program on 17th morning, uh, 10 o'clock. We will have our Purnima Puja, and you can take precepts and some Dhamma teachings. So you are welcome for that. And the next program is Katrina. This invitation is, I hope you have received invitation. Have you all of you received? One big invitation is on the gate. Did you see? if, if you have not received on your phone. So this is a beautiful tradition of um, weaving, uh, weaving, continuously weaving and making the chivara and then offering. It's a very, very uh, filled with saddha and all these things. You know, Mahapajapati Gautami, mother of our Lord Buddha, she had made one of such chivara and she brought to offer to the Buddha, and Lord Buddha told, offer it to the Sangha. So with one's own hand, that means making, involving totally kaya, vacha, manasa. So this tradition is remaining only with a few people, especially with the Chakma uh, community in the northeast, and some Singpus, some Khamti, and they also make this weaving. Mog, they also make. So these are few communities kept from Lord Buddha's time. So the devotees came and they approached and they told they would like to do this weaving whole night in Bangalore. Just imagine. Earlier we had a few times we had to invite people from the northeast of India, but now because there are quite number of people settled here, they said we will do. So that's really good. So it's nice thing to see and also to learn and do this. So Saturday is the weaving and Sunday is the offering of this dana and lot of puja and other things. So next Saturday and Sunday are also very special days. So today we conclude here as we are on the Vijay Dashami, Dhamma Vijaya Dashami day. Since yesterday, today, tomorrow, it goes on and on. Um, uh, it is a adopting this noble Dhamma into our lives. So whatever we speak here, adopting of Dhamma, deeper and deeper, something more, something more, something deeper. So this is the day to pay rich tributes to the great benefactor of um, Buddhism for the word. Was this Emperor Ashoka, who because of whom this has started on Dhamma Vijaya, uh, and then in 1956 Dr. Ambedkar also took Diksha on the same day to signify um, revival of this noble Dhamma, this wisdom, this compassion, this loving kindness, this Shila, so many good qualities to revive them is not a simple thing. So may all the punya that we have earned in all these 2 days, 3 days since day before yesterday, we share with Emperor Ashoka and Dr. Ambedkar and all those people who have worked very hard for ages to uh, practice, preserve, and promote the Dhamma. With these words, we conclude. And today is Gaurav. J है कि यस है क्या लिखा है हाँ थोड़ा साफ से लिख के लाओ जी स्पेलिंग हाँ ऐसा 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 करके लिख के ला इट इज लाइक deciphering old ancient Ashokan script हाँ जे है हाँ वीडियो करो वीडियो वीडियो लो काउंट करेगा रिकॉर्ड इधर लिख के रखा भाई वीडियो रिक्वेस्टेड So Gaurav Janjalji, if you are online, we are very, very happy to share merits with you. Namo Buddhaya. Today Gaurav Janjal's birthday is there, and we from Hyderabad. Um, and today you are offering dana for the Sangha. May the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, may the blessings of Bada Bhanteji, Guru Bhanteji and all Bhantes, may the meritorious actions that all of us we have done today since morning, um, this puja, Trisarana, Panchashila, Dhamma Desana, Dhamma Savana and meditation and all these wholesome kammas, all the meritorious actions that we have done, we share with you, and you have offered this dana, very great punya kamma. May the merits of this punya conduce to your very good health, peace of mind and happiness, and also to that of your family members, your parents and everybody. May you all keep growing on the path of Dhamma